Hello and welcome. We are doing 3D circles today. I want to keep it real simple because I want you guys to be able to follow along. So we're going to do a smaller circle and a larger circle. Shadow is going to be cast like this, with this being the lighter portion right here. And then this, the darker area with our light source coming in from this direction, making our shadow here. And we kind of discussed this before, so I'm going to start by making it nice and dark here. Remember that this is going to be eventually light. This is our shadow. We got more shadow here, but that's going to be lighter. I'll create some darkness, some separation here. And then we're going to come in here and create our illusion of darkness. What I like about this is in limited amounts of, and we can zoom in on this, in limited amounts of mark making, it looks pretty convincing already that this is a 3D shape, a three-dimensional shape. And the number one thing that I want to make sure that you're paying attention to is our light source and our darkest area, which is here, and then our darkest area in the shadow, and then our lightest area in the shadow. So I'm going to say darkest P, darkest point, LP, lightest point. That is essentially how you would make your circle. The light source is coming here. So that's the small version. We can go larger and work with this one. Same thing, essentially. We create our, I guess I got to zoom out first. We create our shadow with our light source coming in here, making it kind of look like this, like these. Like I said, light source coming in here. It's advised to draw larger and with less distractions around. So let me know if this video is more helpful than the last in the comment section. The goal is to be a little bit more aggressive with the lines and the mark making. Since it's larger, gotta fill in more space. So we're working through it. That is to be our darkest area. With larger size in a drawing, it's going to take more marks to basically describe what you're trying to convey on the page. So that's something that I want you guys to keep in mind when you're drawing. This is something I'll speed up, just some of these random marks. You reach a rather healthy point here where the idea of where the light source is coming in is conveyed and everything else kind of falls in. And then I come in and kind of just reinforce that with the eraser. That's how you draw 3D circles. So go ahead and tear that. Put that off to the side as one of our lessons. There's something else that I do want to present to you guys before I go. Alrighty, so first thing we're going to do is establish the circles like always. With consistent and vigorous strokes. I forgot the music was playing. Oops. Then we're going to establish the shadow here, roughly here. And always feel free to use references. This can be your reference here in my drawing. And then this shadow is kind of going to go off the page in order to make it look realistic. So first thing I'm going to do is fill in the shadows completely as much as possible. The most light source is going to be on the top of these because of the reflection of the light. Is also going to be points in the back where light is going to resurface. So in order to bring that stuff out, we're going to go ahead and start working on it. Zoom in on this one. Move this over. I'm kind of fading it into a more lighter point, as the shadows typically do. You know, I'm kind of tempted to make these into eyes.